Today on FluTac, we talk about the minimalistic AR-15 platform and why having a basic AR-15 may be your best chance to survive a CHTF or without rule law survival situation, with the 5.56 proving that size does not matter, but it's how you use it since the 1960s. So stick around. Another exciting episode of FluTac, Armed Citizen Firearm Training Solutions, starts right now. Hello there, gunslingers. Welcome back to another exciting episode of FluTac. I'm your host, the Faceless Gunslinger, and today we're going to talk about the AR-15 and its basic necessities and why I still think it's probably the best and it is my go-to survival or CHTF rifle and why you should consider this as well. So first we're going to get into about a couple things about my particular rifle, and then we're going to go ahead and go down range and actually go ahead and quit shooting montage here very shortly, where we of course going to blow up some watermelon here with our beautiful 5.56 rifle here. So with that being said, let's dive right into it. So the AR-15 is a gas operated, air-cooled, magazine-fed, shoulder-fired weapon that fires from the closed bolt. This is by far the most popular rifle system here in the United States, and you're going to be able to find it almost anywhere when it comes down to your local gun stores, depending on what state you live in, of course. Just a little caveat there too as well. Why the AR-15? And just start off why I think that is the best platform for survival. If you're talking about a situation where there's a long-time survival situation where you need to have a rifle to keep yourself, your family, your loved ones safe, I don't look no further than AR-15 here in the United States. Reason why it's so important is because I think why it's such a great platform is not just its modularity, but you're going to have it available in gun stores. You're going to have it available by police, by military. So what that means for you as an average gunslinger, if you do have to do sustained operations, you're going to be able to find additional ammo, additional parts to keep this firearm running on and going for a very, very, very long time. So that's going to be very, very important in a survival situation that may be extended. This particular rifle started life as a custom-made build. The lower receiver is a Bushmaster XM15 that was an A2, had a full stock back in the day, and the upper is going to be a Palmetto State Armory or PSA 16-inch barrel with a 1 and 7 rifle barrel twist. This is nitrated barrel, and just a combination put this together, which my new standard AR-15 platform. So let's go over my customization and why I think it's minimalistic. Being a person who's had experience being in the military and do a lot of ruck marches, one thing I'll let you know is that ounces equals pounds and pounds equal pain. So the less gear that you got to have on you, if you got to move, especially on foot, let's say for even a couple hundred yards, but imagine a couple miles, which is a realistic situation in survival, you're going to want to make sure that you have a weapon system that one's going to perform, but also too that it's not going to be dragging you down or make you less maneuverable, especially if you have to go have a go time. So that's going to be very, very important. And I think that having a minimalistic setup that gets the job done as basic function is very, very important. Starting from the tip, this is a clear weapon, but this is a hot range. We just have a standard A2 flash suppressor here. Sorry, she is a little bit dirty. We did get a little bit started earlier, just again, make sure I got my zero confirmed. It's very muddy out here, but she's still going to be taking care of business and a perfect zero for survival. So we just got a standard A2 muzzle device here, moving back, came with minimalistic. I did make a modification to the front sight post here. The front sight post, if you guys can go ahead and see that there in YouTube land, is going to be a Blitzkrieg. I don't know the exact name of the sight, but the Delta sight. What this gives me to do is a fine point where I can use to have as a backup sight to still be able to engage in maximum ranges if I need to at potential targets there. And it's also tritium, so it has a night sight too as well. So something that I'll be able to have. Continue to move forward or move rearward towards the rifle platform. We got our basic Magpul Mo hand guards here. The great things about these is that they're lightweight, so far durable. I had this on my rifle for years, and they come in different colors: black, green, which as you can see behind me for the vegetation works out better for me, and also I believe FDE or desert tan or flat dark earth. Another minor upgrade inside here is going to be the gas tube. This is a carbine length gas tube here, and what that does, it's kind of hard to see because usually they're silver or aluminum, but this is a melanite, so that's just going to increase with a little more reliability, and also a little bit more too with the capability of being able to stand a little more heat if you really get yourself in a situation where you have to do suppressive fire or something to move in to, like I said, protect yourself. So you should have to worry about, you never know. Continue to just move back here. I have a standard N4 style detachable mil-spec USGI, a mil-spec carrying handle. I like having this set up because it gives me a quick reference if for some reason my optic goes down, if it were to get shot or battery's dead or something happens or I can't find the red dot in here. It gives me an opportunity to have a reliable, consistent mechanical backup system here with the sight, and still with night fighting capabilities. I have it on the large aperture here, which is out for 200 meters, but you know, for room clearing and compactness there, you really can't beat it, and it's a great setup, and it's very, very sturdy. On top of here, I have a 6-star Romeo 5. Just going to switch this around here real quick. A 6-star Romeo 5, as you guys can see here. A great little optic that's roughly around $100 or so, depending where you guys want to be able to find it. It's a really, really great red dot that I love. Reliable. It gives you a whole bunch of different combat applications to keep you in a fight if you need to, and be able to quick target acquisition a little bit faster and further when it comes down to everything else. So just continuing to move on here. So like I said, originally this rifle started out as a A2 style AR-15, but I replaced the rear with this Fulton Armory 4-position telescopic stock. Absolutely love it. Once again, this just goes with the bare minimalistic. This is really designed off the original, I believe, the original CAR-15 style stock that was used back in Vietnam. This is made out of plastic. Really simple. It's a 5-position stock, which I absolutely love here. Giving you different options for the person who's actually using a rifle platform. Me being a bigger guy, like mine, having all the way out for that length of pull. But it's really reliable, sturdy, and you have very little, if any, type of play inside of the stock. And once again, it just really helps with keeping the weight down on the AR-15 platform. Inside here, this is once again not a hot weapon, but I've customized mine with a nickel-plated bolt carrier group. You know, originally this was really for looks, but I've put thousands and thousands of rounds downrange with AR-15s and also with AR M4 and M16 platforms while I was in the military. And one thing that surprised me is that the nickel-plated carrier, at least for me, feels, the best way to describe it, a little bit more slimy. And I think it just helps with lubrication and things like that too as well. I really, really do like it. Haven't had any issues with it being able to feed and stuff, and it's performed well. I will caution you though, that after some time, it will start to get stained when you're shooting enough, but you know, you can just go ahead and clean it up the best you can, and it still is just a really, really great platform. And the last big modification inside here, inside the bolt carrier group that you can't see, is that I actually put a one-piece gas ring. I've only put maybe a couple of rounds through it down so far, but really like the performance of that as well. And just a little modification here. I believe it's a strike force injury, extended forward assist. Anybody who's been who's used the AR-15 knows that, generally speaking, you're not going to use your forward assist at all, more as a cosmetic thing, I would say, at this point, with the reliability of the rifle platform. But yeah, when it comes down to that. So all together, this is it. I mean, there's really not much here for you to kind of look at. I'm going to guesstimate on empty. We're looking at maybe 6 pounds or so, maybe 6-7 pounds with this weapon system. You know, the sling itself is very basic. This is a Spectre sling. It's really great. I like it that I have the capability to just put it here to the front sling swivel to help keep it in place, and I just reinforce it with some Gorilla Tape. But this is it, guys. Basic maneuverability and everything like that. So this is my argument. Oh, I forgot I have a hoe grip. Big fan of hoe grips. Had it for years, and it's been very durable, and I think it does a really good hand mold. So just a little modification there too. So that's my AR-15 in a nutshell. Minimalistic. I do not feel like I'm underpowered with this, and knowing that in a survival situation I'll have more additional ammo and additional parts is absolutely great. So anyway, that's enough jaw jacket. It's time to get what we came here to all do. So make sure you get your eyes, get your ears, because it's time to go loud, FluTac style. Now that was exciting. Wow, 5.56 is no joke. I don't care what anybody says, especially my new favorite round, the M855 Alpha 1 enhanced performance round. The AR-15 is going to be around for quite some time, and I see why this is known as America's rifle. Well, guys, thank you for joining our days of FluTac. And once again, that's just my personal opinion. I do think that AR-15 realistically is the best platform out there. But what do you think? Are you more of an AK guy? Do you think that the AK is a better long-term survival rifle weapon system? Do you think that having more optics and more different capabilities you might add weight is actually the benefit? Night vision, IR lights, all that stuff. Let me know in the comments below. So thank you guys for the support. And with that being said, just make sure you do a couple things for me. Make sure they shoot straight, make sure they shoot safe, and do not be a victim.